So the impersonal and passive se. So we actually have this in English. They're called impersonal expressions. An example of one would be, they say she's pretty. So it's not really anyone in particular. And a lot of the times when we use them in English, we use the words like they, one, no one, we, you. It's just a general statement. It's an impersonal. And so we actually all pretty much know a common say phrase. Learned it in Spanish 1. It's como se dice, blank in Espanol, and then you would say se dice, whatever you're trying to say in the Spanish word. So this isn't anything new to us, but the book described impersonal and passive se to attribute actions to no one in particular, and you'll see it commonly on signs or instructions and in rules. And so for us to use it, you would first have to conjugate the verb into the third person singular or plural in that statement, and then attach se before it. And so the book brought out that would be se, and then the verb, and then it would be followed by an infinitive, an adverb, or a clause introed by the word que. So an example would be, se prohíbe mensajes de texto en clase. So it's saying text messaging is prohibited in class. It's not directed towards anyone. It's just a general statement. And then you can also say, se habla en español. We usually see that in storefronts, notifying or alerting people that they speak Spanish. And the book brought out that the impersonal se is used when the subject is general or unknown. So it'd be, se dice que la clase es fácil. So that's not only is it singular, but it's also just kind of a general statement that the class is they say the class is easy. And then we can see a plural version of the impersonal se. It's a se cambian cheques aquí. So they cash checks here. And so we can see that the verb has to match the noun. And since the noun is plural, then the verb has to also be in the third person plural form. And then the passive se is the subject might be known, but is de-emphasized. So an example would be, se ven las playas de su casa. So, we're speaking about someone's house, but we're de-emphasizing it by saying that they can see the oceans from their house. And then we can also use the pronoun se with a third person singular or plural form to substitute for a passive voice to say what is done. So the verb just has to agree with whatever is being offered, sold, seen, bought, etc. So an example would be, se encontró el bolso en el carro. So they found the purse in the car.